Hi, my name is Robbie Samuels, and among the many other hats that I wear, I am a business growth strategist and coach. And every Tuesday, I share a short story with a business or life lesson with my email list, and then I record it as a video to share it with you. This week's story is titled Our Time Horizon Got Really Short. Time has been odd over the last year. Weekends and weekdays are blurred, and annual events that would normally help us keep track of the passage of time either got canceled or postponed to later in the year. And for a while, it was hard to forecast making plans more than a few weeks or possibly a few months ahead. Our time horizon got really short. There was one way, though, that I was very aware and clear about the passage of time, and that's my kids. See, at the start of the pandemic, they were 2.25 and 4.25 years old, and they have grown up just so much in the past year. It feels like every 3 months or so, they have these new skills and new abilities. There's this other thing, though, that has also helped me experience the passage of time, and that is quarterly goals. As I have for many years, in the beginning of 2020, I had very specific major and minor goals for Q1 and a sense of what I thought I would be working on later in the year. Of course, all of that got disrupted in a big way. And I had to, be a lot more nimble, let's say, as I moved through 2020 and tried out lots of new ways to kind of keep my business moving forward. Now, at the end of 2020, I made this big decision to switch how I was setting up my quarterly goal setting, which was kind of a big deal for me because quarterly goal setting had been just really helpful in allowing me to make progress on my business goals. So starting in 2021, I switched from quarterly goals to 12-week sprints, which I know on the surface kind of sounds like the same thing. But the key difference is that there are now 4 weeks of downtime in between each 12-week sprint. And see, before that, there was just never a point during the year that I wasn't supposed to be laser focused on my goals. There was no downtime. There's not no space to figure out whether I had to make any adjustments to my business strategies or just do anything other than kind of move from one quarter to the next and keep things marching along. With this new system, I do still create a strategic plan for what I want to get done in those 12 weeks. And I do my best to push any new ideas to later in the year so I don't get distracted. The magic is that I now have downtime in between my 12-week sprints for reflection and assessment and rest and rejuvenation and learning and growth and strategic planning. I have been working with my systems and processes coach, Mary Williams, to help me make the most of April while I was focused on this downtime in between my two sprints. And with her help, I feel focused and ready to kick off another 12-week sprint, which is actually starting next week. So your challenge for this week, I wonder if you're ready to try this out yourself. I wanted to explain in more detail how I use the downtime in between the sprints. So week 1, spend some time on reflection and assessment to get clear on what happened during the last sprint. How did you do with your sprint goals? And what adjustments need to be made in order for you to achieve any goals that you didn't meet? Week 2, the focus is on rest and rejuvenation. In other words, take time off from work. How much time? Kind of up to you, but more than you've had off recently. Week 3 is for, quote, just in case learning. That's catching up on replays and podcasts and other content that wasn't highly relevant, quote, also known as just-in-time learning during the sprint. Week 4, take what you learned from your assessment, from your downtime, and from all that random but interesting content, and figure out what your strategic goals are going to be for the next sprint. So I'd love you to try this. Let me know how it goes. I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you soon.